Okay, good evening everybody and welcome back to Press Play. I'm your host JJ48 and tonight we are continuing with Hogwarts Legacy. Last week we met with Professor Fig, who brought us to school as a fifth year. I'm not sure, I don't recall if we ever actually got an explanation as to why we're joining as a fifth year, or if that's something that will presumably still be explained later. But we did learn that we, as a result, would be getting lots of extra homework, so we have that going for us. We were attacked by a dragon, ended up finding some ruins, and let's see. Let's see, is the, just a second, let me see if the stream is doing something. Just one moment, let me... Okay, apparently it was just a refresh issue. So, let's see, we were attacked by a dragon, found some ruins. From there, found a private entrance to Gringotts Bank, which I'm not sure if that's ever actually mentioned in the books. The Gringotts having private entrances for, particularly wealthy or notable witches and wizards, but it does kind of make sense if you have very notable families that they might want a way to be able to enter the bank without having to go through the public entrances, and if they're with magic and port keys and things, you can set it up to be relatively private and secure. So then we found one of the vaults contained a sort of test chamber or something, where we learned about some kind of old magic, and then we ended up coming to Hogwarts, got sorted into our house, and we're about to embark on our first day of classes. So, one of the first things we did, or one of the last things we did last time, but I guess one of the first things we did as our Hogwarts career, was change into these very, very nice, well-made and well-decorated robes, which you might think we wouldn't want to do because we're already coming in as a fifth year. It's kind of embarrassing having like everybody know who we are and take notice of us, and so dressing in very noticeable robes might be the absolute last thing we'd want to do. But you'll notice these are Hufflepuff robes, so anybody who sees them will immediately forget that we even exist. It's actually the best way to stay unnoticed. Anyway, let's see what Professor Fig has to say.
It's good to see you, Professor. And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
It was nothing, sir. Or, I hope I didn't say too much. Because, of course, Professor Fig has asked that we, I believe he explicitly asked, that we not talk too much about what happened to us on our way to Hogwarts. Actually, so far, it's kind of seeing some parallels with Harry in Harry Potter, that we being brought to school under special circumstances, we're very noticeable as a result. The staff member who went to get us, he's like, oh yeah, please don't mention all this stuff that's going on. But I think in this case it had something to do with, we did encounter, I forget his name, goblin leader who's been causing some trouble. So maybe that has something to do with why we're, at least one of the reasons we're trying to be a little bit quiet about what happened. So I hope I didn't say too much, sir.
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you.
All right, and
Speaking
a magic
of
guidebook.
guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
I feel like I'm also getting a lot of special treatment, like Harry seemed to always get from various professors. I also can't help but notice that we're making a big deal about how we probably shouldn't talk about all this stuff with other people at the moment, until we figure out more about what's going on, and there might be important things we have to do where seems like we might have to spend our time doing some things that the other professors might better wish went towards studying and whatnot. So let's discuss that right here in the middle of the Great Hall with students just kind of milling around, and who knows how the echoes work here. Alright, let's look at opening our map to track active quests. Okay. This represents main quests. Completing main quests will further the story, unlock new features, and grant experience. Okay, so yellowish things are the main quest. Some quests are locked by spell and or level requirements and have a little lock on them. In these cases, you will need to be the required level and or have the required spell to activate the request. Okay, new spells can be earned by completing professor assignments or as quest rewards, so we learn spells by doing our homework. That makes sense. Let's see, we could track a quest. So we have two main quests at the moment. We have Defense Against the Dark Arts class. The field guide map shows Professor Hecat's class is in the lower section of the astronomy wing. I could get lost in this castle. I may need to use the charmed compass in the field guide to help me find the way. Okay, and this would give us Levioso. Or Charms class. The field guide map shows Professor Ronin's class is in the astronomy wing. This castle is enormous. And this would get us Accio. Let's go with Levioso.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Okay.
A beginner's guide to transfiguration is Miley's favourite textbook.
Okay, so we have a charmed compass. We can see on our little mini map there. We can see our target there. We can see on our mini map looks like guide to take us there. So we'll end up heading out those doors. But let's explore the Great Hall a little bit first. I think we saw this statue last time. Let's see. It looks like I think it said those were sirens and goblins and like a werewolf and unicorn.
Her wand work is exquisite.
What am I missing?
Somebody, this person has a quest, I guess. Lenora Everlay.
Hello, Lenora. What are you looking at?
Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Okay. Perhaps I'll have a look, and that just ends things. Have you learned anything about it? Are there other paintings like this here? Okay. Yeah, what have you learned about this?
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Okay. Are there other paintings like that around?
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll have a look.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Okay, so were you actually trying to figure this out, or were you just waiting for someone to come along and you could pass the problem off to them? Okay, so we have this. Why don't we go ahead and try seeing what we can do? What does our quest thing say? Lenora mentioned that the painting revealed a clue when she cast Lumos near it. Perhaps I should try that myself. We seem to have like moths, I think, around the edge. Might have something to do with casting Lumos, and they're kind of fluttering a little bit. It's an interesting idea for a picture frame, although I can't say I like it much with it being bugs, but something else that was moving occasionally that might be kind of interesting. So let's see, what was Lumos?
Lumos!
Oh,
That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
okay. There's a stairwell to the left and an alcove under something to the right. And a pillar at the top of the stair. Wow, you guys have seen so much magic, you're just completely uninterested in the magical clue painting. So,
I
let's
can
see.
appreciate Hogsmeade all
We
year
have
round.
stairs like this that have a pillar at the top. It looked like there was something in the alcove portion, so I don't think this is it. This stairwell doesn't have pillar at the top. This doesn't have the alcove to the side, and yeah, it's not really it either. Maybe this side.
Where do the professors...
This
Oh.
looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it?
Okay, well, there's a moth thing over there, and there's also there's a shimmering page here. What do we need? Revelio for that?
Revelio!
Yeah. Statue of Gregory the Smarmy. The statue with an ingratiating grin depicts the medieval wizard Gregory the Smarmy, the wizard famous for inventing Gregory's Unctuous Unction, a potion that makes the drinker believe whoever gave them the potion is their best friend. Yeah, he doesn't... From this angle, he doesn't have a huge smile, but I guess that's just the angle, seeing him from kind of a steeply downward. So, okay, so what is this? Do we have a glowing moth? What happens if we Lumos?
Lumos.
Oh.
Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
Oh, do we take him back to the frame? Okay. I don't know why my character suddenly knew to do that. I'm not sure if that was immediate It's terribly obvious, but okay. Oh, maybe turn off Lumos.
I knew there was a connection.
That flies there.
I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
And it disappeared. Okay.
Don't get the password wrong.
Okay, what's with these flying papers? Can I do something with those? Doesn't. I could target it a little bit, but it. Doesn't seem like it's doing anything. Alright, I have a locked door here. Have various witches and wizards. All read. Seems like being a painting leaves you lots of time to read. I wonder, did the painter have to paint the book, or because it's facing away from us, can they just like read whatever they want or something? Oh, is Lenora still around? We can go talk to her. Should probably do that before I forget. Oh,
Rumor has it
she went upstairs. I thought she was like going back to the common room or something. Didn't think she was just coming up here and presumably watching us solve the whole thing. Hey, Lenora.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
You were up here. You didn't see me go over there and grab the moth and come back. See, I followed the clues, or I'm not telling. No. I mean, I'm not telling would be kind of mean, considering she's been racking her brains about this for a while. I followed the clues, at least just on its own, also seems a little bit rude, as if we're saying like, oh, you weren't clever enough to follow the clues, as opposed to what I would think you would do is explain what the clue is, so it's not like, yeah, you didn't even think that there were clues. It's more like, hey, here's, what was not so obvious about it. But yeah, follow the clues.
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Meat, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Wait, what? Lenora, where'd you go? Oh, she just ran off. Okay. Okay, a spinny thing. I guess maybe this is a late 19th century fidget spinner for students who are just standing here, need something to do with their hands. Okay, a witch with a rose and a hooded cloak, and her wand at the ready. Is there a...
Revelio.
Okay, now this seems like... Oh, there's something down there. I think that's on the floor, in the floor below us. Apparently we can see some secret stuff through walls. This seems like exactly the kind of thing I would, you'd want a little plaque or something to explain who that is and what's going on. Got some books and some scrolls in here. We were going back to this corner because this was... Found some interesting stuff here. Okay, so reveal. So we have some kind of a puzzle. Top says 21, bottom says 17, and there's some pictures. Various monsters, things, and triangles around the numbers with... So, guessing this is some kind of a math puzzle. There's a question mark here. Okay, so 6 sides. One of them's the question mark. We have one of those things. Have a chupacabra looking thing, I guess. A bust of Chewbacca. A lizard. Spider. Okay. So somehow we're going to need to figure out which one of those I think is the question mark. Alright, let's... I saw something up here as well.
Have you ever seen a professor outside the car?
So there's also... Okay, here's the double question mark, which has a unicorn, hydra, frowning three-legged crab, a faceless mask, bigger hydra. Okay, and that's it. So I don't know if this is something we can solve now or if we'll learn something later. Here's another statue, a wizard who seems like he's all dressed and cloaked up to go out, but also seems to be wearing a nightcap on his head, like he just got out of bed.
Revelio.
Oh, there's something back there. Oh, okay, so this is showing us the puzzle down there and the pieces to it, so that would be helpful if we hadn't seen the blue up here. I guess it would help us to... Although this is blue too, does that mean that that's a clue to the... No, that looks like...
Revelio.
That looks a little bit like a picture frame with moths fluttering on it. Especially if I go over here, we can see it more of the roundedness. Okay, so assuming that that's not connected to this, I guess blue is showing like puzzles that we need to solve. Yellow is probably, I mean, those look like chests, so containers that we can open. Yeah.
I enjoy having lunch down by the
There's
lake.
another blue thing down
Except in
there.
the giant pool. Not much for soggy salmon.
Wish I could see what Hogwarts looks like to muggles.
There's no...
Terrifying.
Okay, so I thought I saw a little
Do you think anyone has found
crest on the
passage in
the
Hogwarts?
floor. I thought these were like,
Wouldn't surprise me if new ones
you know,
popped up
animals or
every
something,
now
but no, they're just like little
I
fleur-de-lis.
adore spending sunny afternoons in the viaduct courtyard.
And
Wonderful place to practice
a
accents
shuriken.
on other students' books.
So,
Oh,
all right. We might be a little bit late to class because I wanna see what's down here. Ooh, this is the library. Okay, so we need to be kind of quiet in here.
Revelio.
And we do that by screaming Revelio, of course. Okay, another one of these. I think we figured this is kind of a constellation chart or something. Okay, another fidget spinner. This looks like it's also a constellation chart, but one that's more focused on the stars rather than on the images. Like it looks like it might even, it's probably the same constellations even. It's just this one only shows the constellations as kind of outlines. And you're really seeing the stars, whereas the other one, you have these bright colored images and the stars are almost lost in it. I think that's what's going on there. Can't look through the telescope. Okay, that painting's deciding to look at one of the star balls.
Revelio.
Okay, chest over there. Okay, chest up there. You can actually see that behind the fireplace. Like there's not a back wall. There's just a room back there, and the fireplace is heating both sides.
Revelio.
Okay. Interesting looking mask thing. Alright, bunch of students. Students studying, and we have... Okay, wizard studying with some... some things near him. Okay, there's an owl in the back, then there's these two figures. This one kind of has large, feathery looking wings, and this one doesn't. Is this supposed to be like a shoulder angel and shoulder demon or something? Okay. More paintings. Any of the students have anything interesting to say? No, they're all studying. We don't want to bother them.
Revelio.
Oh. Okay. Discovered the flue flames for the library. Okay, here's an actual world globe. The wizards have any like mysterious continents that we muggles don't know about? Not really. Yeah, they even have Antarctica at the bottom. I wonder if there's any wizards that decided to, set up like a hidden stronghold or hidden location in Antarctica, kind of a place to get away from everything. Even the musical paintings are being quiet in the library.
Revelio.
Okay. What's this? Okay, is that the restricted section, maybe? So we'll need a spell to get in there. Actually, I have like a display case in there. I want to see what's in that. I have some symbols that kind of look like the top one there kind of looks like the symbol that was on the door. Professor Black, might I suggest a ban on magic in the library? Someone has been sneaking into the restricted section, and Cressida Bloom seems to think of the library as her own personal arena in which to practice her latest incantations. It is most disruptive. One might consider Peeves tame by comparison to such antics. Okay. I guess I'll just take that. Not sure why I feel I need a letter like that. But interesting to hear that. I think we might have seen Peeves briefly before, even though I think we were in conversations, so we didn't call him out at the time. Let's see. Okay, someone just left a box of money there. So we know that Peeves is already here. I presume a lot of the other ghosts... Peeves isn't really one of the ghosts, but I presume a lot of the ghosts are already here. Oh, so this is just kind of interesting. This wizard has a book and has a staff with, looks like a crystal on top. So does he not have a wand? Do some wizards not use wands? Is that supposed to be like, you know, when we have old legends of wizards armed with like staves or crystals or things like that, that's supposed to be, you know, some wizards prefer those, but, you know, in these days, you know, in the modern times in England, wands are the preferred method. Okay.
Revelio.
Oh, there's something shimmering here. Oh. Okay, we have a wizard next to one of the star or constellation globes. The old librarian, one of the first librarians of Hogwarts, is depicted here. Rumor has it that he had no tolerance whatsoever for noisy students and was known for his liberal use of the silencing charm at the slightest sneeze. Okay. The library would have been a nice, quiet place to do homework at that point. Is this the same statue of the witch holding a rose and with the hooded cloak? Only I think the other one we saw was white, like she was in marble or plaster or something, whereas this one looks bronze. Okay.
Revelio.
Oh. Okay, no, that's still there. Oh, did I knock those over? Sorry. Okay, they cleaned themselves up. That's good. So can I do that again? Sorry. Did not think that the books would actually explode like that. I just thought they would knock over a bit. Hopefully someone can fix that. Okay, can't read that letter. I guess that's not to the headmaster, so.
Revelio.
Oh, here. Okay, here's the moth flame, or moth frame.
Lumos.
Okay. Oh, that's over by the first librarian. Okay, so let's go over there and see if we can find a moth.
Revelio.
After we open this up. Okay, we got a pinstripe ensemble. So, I guess not only can I just pick up money from anywhere, I might even pick up whole sets of clothes just from random places in the library. Good to know. Aha, here's a... I don't think that was here before, was it? So, must only appear when once we activate the mirror. I do like this little... what was this called? A lectern? It has the place at the bottom to hold your book up, and then the top looks like a little wizard with his arms stretched out. It's kind of fun.
Lumos.
Okay. Okay, so I guess we're getting experience for that, so that's good. Not sure there's anything else we can do up here. definitely looks like there's some more secrets to the library. We just might need to come back and see them later once we... I'm sure once we actually get some spells, we'll be able to open up new areas.
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that portrait was empty.
I agree. There's only so much one can take of Dragon.
Okay, Ignis aurum propobat labor ipse voluptas.
My God, as I was trying to. It's
Well-
nice to simply talk to someone.
So I just end up clicking and accidentally gonna take someone's eye out. Doctrina perpetua
Stop it.
Really mastered that one, haven't you?
descendo decimus.
I shall simply. You are incorrigible. You must know.
Draco dormiens nunquam titulandus. Oh, and that...
Don't get me started.
I'm pretty sure that's the Hogwarts motto, and I forget exactly what it means. And I'm no Latin scholar, but on the wall behind it, okay, that's the Draco Dormiens. I'm pretty sure is sleeping dragon, and so that's what's on the wall back there.
Beatrice Green from Dogwood and Death Cats.
I just noticed
Call her talking to her phone.
these the fountain is doing some magical things that I don't think a Muggle fountain could do. Kind of having the water arc like that sideways. It's cool. This kind of looks like Nightcap Wizard, except this one actually has a cloak on over his, or a hood on over his
Revelio.
cap. Oh, it's a little dragon basin. This looks like something that will have some use at some point, but I'm not sure what it is yet.
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that portrait was empty.
Okay, you've said that.
Revelio.
Okay, what's this? We have an owl statue. Found some gloves, and okay. Glad that this opened up again, because that would actually be a pretty clever trap for like a thief or something, to open up and then close and not open up again. But wait, is there a passage back there? Did we... That... Huh. It looks like there should be...
Revelio. Lumos.
Wow, we are getting some very sharp shadows from that cobweb. Okay. So there does seem to be, looks like on the map there's a little passage back there, but I'm not sure how we get back there. Okay. Suits of armor humming at each other. Have a Hogwarts... What is this? Looks like maybe a torch or a brazier or something. It's interesting to see 4 owls on here. I seem to recall before seeing something that was like 4... did we see something with like 4 badgers in Hufflepuff or something? If it's Hogwarts in general, I'm not sure if I ever really associated owls with Hogwarts as a school. Like it, with the Wizarding World, certainly, but not like specific to the school. I would have thought you'd have like the emblems of the 4 founders or something. guys aren't humming anymore. Okay, both. You have maces with a very, very scary looking spike at the end. Okay. Do you have another? Do you have a puzzle that you're trying to discuss, or I guess you're Gryffindor, aren't you? We don't know each other yet, and can't speak. Too focused on whatever this is. Okay, I recognize some constellations. I'm not sure what the constellation is. The like fishtail goat thing, I'm pretty sure is Sagittarius. And then the fish would be Pisces. I'm not sure what the guy is who's in the... looks like an organ grinder or something. A centaur... yeah, I don't know my constellations very well, I'm afraid so. Are there 12 of them at least? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There do appear to be 12. And then there's a line that goes right through the middle. Then we see the sun and presumably the moon and Earth and a couple dragons. So, okay. Wonder if that'll be something we can interact with later. So.
Revelio.
Do we have any indication of who this is? Somebody with a lantern on a pole. Okay, can't see if there's anything. Why am I hearing a ding? Sounds like it's coming from this direction. Okay, there's something over there that we were revealing. Okay, this is the bell tower. Oh, one of the ghosts. Hello. Okay, I'm guessing that's the Fat Friar.
I suppose you want a tow. I'd like to send owls, but I have no one to write with.
Okay, another one of these dragon
Do
basins.
all of the professors have their own owls? I imagine they must send a lot of letters. Likely to the ministry. I always thought an owl and diamond.
Okay, these are
Went with a cat instead. Odd-coloured eye and quite appealed to me.
so like half horse, half fish things. There's a name for these in Greek mythology. I think it's Greek. Is it a hippocampus or hippocampus or?
So many letters arrive every day, and none of them is ever for me.
Oh, hello. I rather like your mustache. Very impressive, especially for a suit of armor, and the chicken crest on the head.
Nothing wrong with that. Our door is soft. I do wish people would clean up after themselves once in a while. A bundle of them destroyed my homework last night.
Okay, do all these kind of look at us as we go past? Okay.
Not the best idea to start a study group with the
Oh, you don't. You look like you don't have any weapon at all, dude. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay. As impressive as this is, I feel like we should probably get to class at some point. But okay, there's bells down here. What are these bells? Bells with faces on them.
Revelio.
The Three Sisters Bells. Three Sisters Bells are said to be a tribute to three similarly named beautiful steep ridges that rise majestically over a glen in Argyllshire. It is rumored that one can hear them ring in the glen way across the highlands when they are rung in the castle. Locals have been baffled by the mysterious ringing for years. Okay, so if you're ever out somewhere and you see or hear mysterious ringing, it's probably just some bells in Wizard Castle somewhere. Can we ring them? Or if we cast magic at them? Okay, that didn't really get a ring out of them. That's kind of disappointing. But... okay, what's
Revelio.
broken broom? Okay, this broken broom belonged to Selene Wartnaby and is rumored to be all that remains after she insisted on demonstrating her experimental lunar apparition charm to fellow third years. No one knows if she succeeded. Okay, so she tried to apparate to the moon, apparently, and somehow this broom became the way it is as a result.
Revelio.
Okay. You know, I can't help but think, like, trying to apparate to the moon, I can't help but think of when we were playing Portal 2, at the end putting a portal on the moon. Probably much easier than trying to use magic to get there. But also similarly, very nearly similarly disastrous results if we had not been rescued, so. Flattened armor. This set of armor belonged to Sir Skagglethorpe the Heedless, who unwisely challenged a mountain troll to a game of musical chairs. And the troll apparently did not like that he got to a chair first. Alright. Oh.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Wait, who is that? Is that... oh. Was that Ignatia Wildsmith, the one who's came up with the flu network thing? Why is there a skull in a display case, and why does it turn towards us as we walk around it?
Revelio.
There's something down there. Okay, just like a large mask. Yeah. Wig and Weld potion, good. Oh.
Wish I could sneak into the other common rooms, just for an hour or so.
What is this? Before I read about it, let's see. We have a helmet, like a
Why would Slytherin put
looks
the
like a
common
Prussian
rooms
helmet,
open?
kind of.
So dreary. Perhaps that's the point.
Two big pole arms and a horn.
Rumor has it there's a secret passage leading.
Goblin artifact. Horns like this were used by goblins during the 1612 Goblin Rebellion to rally troops and generally annoy witches and wizards. This horn was discovered in the aftermath of the rebellion behind the Hog's Head Inn, with a wedge of gorgonzola stuffed inside, presumably to mute it. So,
Probably for the best.
goblin horns were not
Broomsticks all day.
only used as forms of communication, they were also sort of sonic warfare themselves.
Lumos.
Okay, looks like a kind of urn or something. The snakes or serpentine dragons. I'm gonna go with dragons just because the feet also look like they're rather reptilian. And then something on top, a bird or something. Let's see.
Why does the ministry require animagi to register themselves?
What happened here? This looks like the result of something gone wrong. Scorch marks. Allegedly the location of the first known instance of an arguably successful casting of Bombarda. Date unknown, caster unidentifiable. Okay, Bell Tower seems to be the location of all sorts of rather uh, successful accidents, or arguably successful
Human
accidents.
transfiguration is dangerous. Charlotte Morrison had to go to the hospital.
Okay, I know there's more to see here, but I want to see if we can kind of find our way back to where we were. I want to see if we can get at least one class done today. But first, let's see if we can find our next moth mirror.
Lumos.
Or picture. Okay, so in an alcove under something with like a sphinx, maybe? And a tree? Rhinoceros skeleton? So would it be up here? Didn't seem like it'd be someplace up high, but you never know. I have to give them credit. This probably is very much what the experience would be if you went to magic school. Of, okay, need to get to class, now let's get distracted a bunch. Okay, dungeons. I'm guessing it's somewhere like not going through a lot of doors, because the other ones seem like they were in the same area, although okay, maybe we do have to go through doors, but doors that don't like take us somewhere new. Is this a door? Or is this just a... That's just a display case.
Revelio.
Oh, okay, now it's something upstairs. What about through here? Okay, this is a classroom. Something happening in 1289. We have wizards all pointing to a document, and from the way they're dressed, it looks like wizards from different areas. Like, I'm guessing European wizard, maybe an African wizard, Asian wizard, maybe Arabic, Middle Eastern, and then Russian, maybe? Making some deal in 1289. Yeah, if it's 1289, it wouldn't be like an American wizard or something, presumably. Merlin. Okay. Yeah, I bet that's the 4 Hogwarts founders. Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw. Okay. This doesn't seem to be where we're trying to find the Sphinx statue, though. Oh, okay, we need to... You'll get... to unlock that to get through that. How about... Oh, this... Well, this brazier thing has winged boars on it. Oh, okay, we also need a lock. It's a level 1 lock to get through there. Ooh. Okay, we have a courtyard. I'm not sure if we'll be able to find where that Sphinx is at the moment. We'll probably just come back to that later. Okay. Oh, this is yeah, one of those on the back of a dragon. That's kind of cool.
Revelio.
Oh, sorry, a wyvern. A wyvern fountain. This fountain in the Transfiguration Courtyard has a likeness of a wyvern on top and serves as a relaxing place for students to gather. Despite rumors to the contrary, possibly started by Sir Cadogan, this is most assuredly not to be the Wyvern of Wye, slain by the lively knight in spite of himself. Okay, I believe if I were... Oh, hello. Okay. Not sure if that accomplished anything, but you know, it's always nice to be able to be friendly with the animals. Let's see. So yeah, the statue here, I believe Sir Cadogan or Cadogan, however his name's pronounced. Is that the knight in the painting who's always challenging people to duels, or was that somebody else? I'll have to look into that.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Oh, well, yeah, glad we're all in this together. I'm not sure how the other students would feel if they knew that I had this magical tool that they don't. Oh, what happened here? Oh dear, this statue got completely broken and nobody has bothered to use magic to easily fix it. Doesn't seem to be anything we can do now. Maybe once we learn Leviosa, we'll be able to like pick it up and fix it or something. Oh, I just remembered I can probably... I think it stopped pointing us to our quest when we went on the side quest, but if I do this, this should help us find a fast way to our class, and we'll still get distracted plenty. But what is this? This is a wizard with a very fancy ball. And he's got a pile of books and scrolls in his belt, and his clothing seems very much like some of the wizards. You know, we saw that we're like in the old medieval style clothing where it's like very long robes and hoods and stuff. This guy seems he's more like a Age of Exploration kind of clothing, a little bit more recent. And then there's these shiny blue leaves or feathers or something in the
Revelio.
Base of the statue.
Lumos.
Is that the same kind of glow we saw in the like ancient magic that when we could see it? That'll be something to remember as well. Okay, let's go this way. Oh, okay, this is the Defense Against the Dark Arts Tower here. This place seems much darker than much of what we've seen so far of Hogwarts. It doesn't seem like it's evil, like this is built with the dark arts or something, but this does seem like maybe this is a place that takes itself far more seriously than the others. Wow, that is a very impressive, just like, that's all just like one piece of rock, isn't it? Wow.
Revelio.
Anything we can see here? Let's... Excuse me, where are you?
Never forget what that Hufflepuff girl said in 1421. What lovely stone. Oh, that's class, that is.
Well, the gargoyles can talk, okay. I guess if we ever need conversation, we know where to come. Ooh. This is... interesting.
142 staircases, and this is where they put me.
Excuse me, sir, I'm trying to look at the painting here.
Might as well be surrounded by Jarvies.
Okay, we have a... looks like a witch and a wizard, and...
That youngun's now a teacher herself.
I'm guessing that's a dark wizard behind them or something. And then this looks like a mouse. I'm guessing has a Patronus?
Revelio.
Painting of Ilias. This painting depicts the young orphan wizard Ilias, who famously saved his entire village from an army of Dementors and the dark wizard Raxidian by conjuring a mouse Patronus. I hope that at some point we get to hear the rest of that story, because I am now thoroughly intrigued to hear how conjuring a mouse Patronus saved the village from a dark wizard and Dementors. So, I didn't even see the stained glass here. Oh, it's a dragon, like snorting fire or smoke. Or it's like a snaky dragon coming down around a pillar and then snorting out smoke, which is curling back up. That's very nice. Okay. We will make it to class eventually. Oh, another rhinoceros skeleton. Not sure why the school has quite so many of these. Although, well, I was gonna say rhinoceros's horns are, you know, I think they're supposed to have some wondrous properties or something when ground up or something, but this horn doesn't look ground up. Although, does it look like it might be chipped at the end? Maybe they put the skeleton on display, and then some students have been like, "Oh, hey, I need to take some little bits of the rhinoceros horn or something." Maybe that's why the other one we saw was behind glass. So, oh, okay. Eyes looking at it. That's more than a little creepy. And having played Zelda, I immediately want to try to figure out how to reflect magic back at these or something. Okay, we have a witch. Looks like with some phases of the moon, and it's casting magic at... Oh, is there a flue flame? Oh, there we go. And a wizard with, looks like... I guess if those are phases of the moon, this looks like the sun, but instead of phases, maybe that's like the seasons of the sun? Like the one at the top, like spring, summer, fall, and winter or something. And then in between them we have a skull star thing. Okay. I can't even make out the symbols up there, but they look like some more crescent moons over this bluish crest. So, all right, let's go see what we can learn.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little.
Okay.
Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Oh, that's... I have one of our fellow Hufflepuffs in here. So, okay, so we're learning Levioso, so...
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Oh, there's the phases of the moon on the floor. Professor, should I introduce myself or something? This is kind of the
Let
first
us
time we've met.
begin with the basic cast.
Okay, before my basic cast, with...
See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
He did show weakness, I will admit. So, break through yellow shields with control spells like levitation spell Levioso.
Levioso.
Good. Now, well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You
Okay.
may begin.
Okay, how did we do Protego again?
Levioso.
Good form.
I know.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
I do enjoy a lively duel.
You're good.
How perceptive. Thank you.
Thank all of my students for this adept.
Okay.
Rather good at this,
Don't...
aren't you?
Let's see, how did we, What was Protego? Q, okay.
Those things.
Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down.
I think I'm sending Sebastian to the hospital wing.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Okay, well,
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Haggard. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again,
Okay.
well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
oh good, I was worried you wouldn't give me more homework.
All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Wow, very efficient teaching method. Hope I didn't hold you guys up too long waiting for me to arrive. Since so we can speak to all the other students here. Let's just see what's going on the walls. Have like palms. That is a very, very poor mirror. Needs to be cleaned or probably resurfaced. We have some drawings of stuff. Various clocks. The dragon sculpture. What's this?
Revelio.
Oh, is that a stuffed werewolf? That seems a little odd. If werewolves are, witches and wizards under a curse, because that's basically a stuffed person. It's a little macabre to just have. I guess well, I was gonna say have like human skeletons sometimes in a classroom, but that's usually like in a science or medical classroom, like show you stuff on the skeleton, and it's for like learning purposes, not just as a display object. So, okay, let's talk to some of our classmates here.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Well, it's nice to see, the Slytherins here kind of getting along with everyone else. Even Sebastian seemed to have a little bit of an attitude, but he didn't seem like he was being overly mean or anything. Just...
Huh. Always thought Leviosa was for first years. Not anymore.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Can't we all just fear each other? Seems to be the most fair. Oh, there's a snake. 2 snakes wound around the clock here. And then... what's that on top? Is that a... Can I get camera up there? Yeah, okay. Looks like a goblin or something sitting up there. But... it also looks... doesn't look as, like, tough and militant as the goblins we've seen depicted elsewhere. Maybe that's either a very like peaceful, friendly goblin, or maybe it's a very fat house elf or something. I'm not really sure what that is either. Okay. Can we speak to the professor? No, we can't. Professor has taught us what she wants to teach us for the day, and she is done. No more interacting with students for her.
You drilled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Also seeing, let's see, we have a Hufflepuff. Arthur was a Hufflepuff. We have a couple Slytherins, and then we have a Ravenclaw and a Gryffindor. So I wonder, are all the houses together, or is?
Nice work.
Oh, here's a human skeleton. Speaking of which. Okay, hey Sebastian.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way.
Thank you.
Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've had my share of wand combat. Or never used my wand in combat. I mean, I don't want to give too much away, and but we did kind of go through a bunch of ruins and battle some goblins and magic statues and stuff. So, I had a little bit of practice.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't.
You know,
You might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Okay, sounds intriguing, or sounds suspicious. Both of those are accurate. So, unsanctioned, you say? Tell me more.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
Okay, will do.
Till next time.
Well, on the one hand, he says it's unsanctioned. On the other hand, Professor Hecat explicitly told us to go talk to him and see if he had any ideas, so is she sort of sanctioning our joining an unsanctioned club? Okay. And I have to say I'm a little bit conflicted. As a gamer, I do like rules and adhering to rules. But then, again, sometimes the rules of the game require you to break the rules, so that can be fun too. Any explanation of who this guy is with his really large portrait?
Revelio.
No. Ooh. Oh, I'm guessing this was, I'm forgetting her name, but from the Harry Potter books, we think they mentioned in, what was it, one of the History of Magic classes or something, how witches and wizards used to be burned at the stake, but there's a spell that lets you just make the flames not burn you, and actually leaves like a pleasant tickling sensation or something, which they mentioned one witch enjoyed it so much she would like constantly get herself caught just so people would keep burning her. And yeah, I'm guessing that's who this is, because she seems to be enjoying herself in the middle of the flames. We'll say that's a very cool flame effect, though. Magical string quartet. What is this? Oh, okay, we can find out what this is.
Revelio.
This is an augury skeleton. This is a skeleton of an Irish phoenix, or augury, an intensely shy bird who can forecast the coming of rain and whose mournful cry was once believed to foretell death. I'm trying to think, isn't an augury also the name of some kind of like fortune telling or foreseeing or something? Oh, it's more yellow up here. Oh, okay, over there it's a bit more reddish.
Revelio.
Wants us to keep going up. Get to charms. Ooh. A three-headed dog in the forest. It's kind of a nice tapestry. Excuse me for liking the tapestry. Ooh, there's lots more tapestries in here. So let's see, we got a guy with a dog poking a cheetah. got a guy holding a pine cone, while a couple witches and a hippogriff look on. That's not a hippogriff. That's a griffin, I think. Because a hippogriff has like an eagle's head. So I think this is a griffin, because I think griffins have like the lion head. Oh, is that like a tiny three-headed dog? Or maybe only a two-headed dog? Maybe the dogs grow more heads as they get older. Okay. It's got like a phoenix. It's holding a phoenix branch and a witch and wizard. And I'm not sure what those towers are with like darts in them. What's going on here?
Revelio.
Oh. Is this the... Okay. That symbol makes me think it's the ladies' room. We'll stay out of there. See if the men's room is on the other side. Okay, we have another cheetah and a dragon and just nice castle scene. It's just like everyday witches and wizards going out and like caring for magical creatures or something. Is this the way to care of magical creatures? Have a is that like a mink or a stoat or something? And a little griffin. Okay. Looks like an older witch and a younger witch, maybe? There's a hippogriff. Okay, and a griffin.
Someone says something nice to you, it's only because they want something.
He's absolutely sweet on me, I'm sure of it.
It's kind of a cynical attitude for Gryffindor. Okay, I think maybe this is men's room. Yeah, it's men's room. Yeah. Oh. What is...
Revelio. Revelio. Levioso.
Ah, yeah, take... Okay, no, there's... Not sure how we open
I've
that.
always said that travel broadens the mind.
This another classroom. Okay, this is another classroom. This one has butterflies in it. This is more of a... I think we're still in the dark arts towers, but maybe this is more of a magical creatures of the dark arts. I'm seeing a lot more animal skeletons in here. Professor Fig, as if my schedule wasn't congested enough, the Ministry has charged me with arranging the rather inconvenient arrival of a new student at Hogwarts, a fifth year if you can believe. Professor Weasley insists that they will need an escort and a mentor to help them acclimate before term begins. I have assigned the test to you. Please see Professor Weasley for details. Professor Phineas Nigellus Black, Headmaster. So of course, Phineas Nigellus Black, one of Sirius Black's ancestors, who was the least popular headmaster in Hogwarts history, presumably just only up until Dolores Umbridge. Oh, hey, this is Professor Fig's office. Yeah. And I think Phineas was also the last Slytherin headmaster until Professor Snape became headmaster. So. Okay, Professor, can I speak with you? No? Okay. Okay, mind if I have what's in this chest? Yep, thank you. This little dragon lectern. Professor, you have kind of ominous music playing in your office. You know that? Oh, what's that crest over the... Oh, that's the Hogwarts crest, of course. Okay. Well, let's go see if we can make it to Charms class. Or if we'll get distracted along the way. Is that a... I can't tell if those are witches and wizards on brooms, or if those are like dementors flying across the sky there. Alright, which way do we go? I think there's a...
Revelio.
Says there should be a chest like right here. Is there a chest in here? Okay. Okay, so we'll grab that. And
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
okay, we have
Some of us don't necessarily
Bunch of
want
Latin.
him to get back to the lesson.
a bunch of Latin written. Well,
Oh, true, sorry. I didn't mean to...
oh,
I'm sorry, I'm sorry!
looks like a ghostly domestic dispute, and oh,
Professor and I seem
okay,
so
this
logical.
statue,
I don't understand how she believes the things
guy
she
with
teaches.
very impressive beard and a scroll case and levitating a ball. That's kind of cool.
Revelio.
Thing.
I used to enjoy flying, but there are so
Okay, let's.
many
Wait, so
activists who invent
Charms is in the defense against the Dark Arts Tower. Okay. Wasn't really expecting that, but. Okay, who do we have in our class this time?
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another.
Just keep
Do
laughing
you
and humoring.
even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
I'm trying to remember. I think Natty was one of the. I think we heard her name before. Somebody referenced it. Was that? Did Lenora mention her being like someone who's good at puzzles or something? Seems friendly, at least.
Accio.
Oh, Accio. Okay, that's how we're pronouncing it here.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem
Now
to
that we
have the
did one
basics
whole
down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Okay. So I guess class isn't quite over. We just gonna take a little field trip. I like how the Accio spell, like the wand movement, is an upside down Amazon logo, essentially.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Whoa.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Okay. What am I doing?
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
Okay. I will show you how this thing that I've never done before is done. Let's see. So, summoning charm pulls a target closer to you, and okay, so it's tap. It's not like a tap and hold. It's a tap once to do it and tap again to stop. So, let's try this one.
Accio.
Excellent control there.
Okay. Do I need to do the other ones as what? Okay, you want me to? I'll assume you want me to do all of them.
That's it.
Okay.
Splendid.
I've been stopping when it gets to the orange area. I think that seemed like it was
Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes. Okay. Oh, court rules. Okay. Get as close to the edge without going over in order to score points. Okay.
Yes!
Is there any rule against trying to bump hers off? Like, can I try to do this?
Not exactly your typical lesson, is it? Not that I mind.
Accio.
Okay, we can. Excellent. Just gonna require more than that. Oh, okay.
There we go.
Oh, okay, excuse me.
Nicely done. Let us see this.
Are you casting without using the spell word? That's pretty
That
impressive.
is how it's done.
Accio.
Don't go over. Okay.
A perfect score. Remarkable.
Yay. Okay, that was kind of fun.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Okay, what did that do? Oh, okay, we have some blocks now.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Losing interest.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go.
Okay.
Yes!
Accio.
That's it.
Is anybody else gonna have a turn? I mean, not that I mind playing, but I kind of feel like somebody should probably.
There we go.
Okay. Okay. Kind of backfired a little
Well
bit.
done. Let us see this. That is how it's done.
Okay. Well. Let's see. Let's try.
Accio.
Can I get both of them over? Yeah.
2 perfect rounds.
There we go.
Natural. Very good, both of you. Well done.
But seriously, the other students should try this. It's pretty entertaining.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Okay. At least this time there was a little bit of a
Good
cut,
game
so.
back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
I will hold you to that promise. If it does not get easier, I am coming for you. I'm glad you understand. I'm holding my own. No, thank you. You've been very friendly.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Oh, okay. So how big is Wagadu? I think that's how she said it.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world.
Oh, wow.
So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Okay. What does it look like?
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Okay. So is magic the same at Wagadu? So I presume that means, is it, like, do you guys do magic the same way? Have the same types of magic, or are there different types of magic that you do?
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
So can either find it incredible, or surely the magic is weaker. Oh yeah, our magic's clearly the best. But no, this fits with what we were saying earlier, how we were seeing some of the, like the wizard who is carrying the staff with the orb at the top. So I don't know if that's how the people in Wagadu use it, but it does suggest that we were on the right track there with thinking that, wand magic is one way that witches and wizards can do magic, and that's what is taught at Hogwarts, and seems to be the preferred method for witches and wizards in England, and also seemingly like in at Beauxbatons and forgetting the name of the other wizarding school that was at the Triwizard tournament, but so it seems like in many European schools wand magic is preferred, but okay, so it's incredible, but is it possible you can tell us like what you like? Do you use anything for magic? Like do you use staves or crystals or anything, or is it just using like just your hands or what?
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Okay. Well, thank you for telling me about Wagadu. It was kind of fun.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Oh, Durmstrang, that was the other wizarding school, yes.
You can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
So, okay,
Well,
there is a
You'd be
Ravenclaw.
using it on clothing, to be precise.
A word,
Sebastian.
if you would.
You know it won't work on humans.
I have seen, okay, so I saw Hufflepuffs, there's some Slytherins, I think Natty was a Gryffindor, and then, okay, we do have Ravenclaws, so. Yes, sir, Professor.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Charms class have an explanation of how bicycles work? Okay, it looks like a bicycle up here. We have, is this? Kind of looks like gears and a chain drive or something. And then up there's like a crystal thing that looks, the lines around it make it look like it's magnetism. What? Who has been studying? Somebody's been like studying some Muggle science and technology here. Which, I mean, I don't disapprove, but it seems like an odd subject for charms. And, you know, there was one of these in the dark arts class as well, and I thought that it was maybe just part of the aesthetic of the dark arts room. Seeing it here in charms room, is there one of these like in every classroom? Is this like an active punishment for students at this point? If people are acting up, is Professor Ronan going to stick them in the Iron Maiden? Okay, good to see all the charms are written on the wall here. Expelliarmus, Ridiculous, Aquamenti. So if we ever forget any of them, we can just look at the wall. It'll make test taking a bit easier, I guess. Don't have to take notes on the names, at least. And unlike Dark Arts, everybody just wanted to get out of here as soon as class was over. What's up here? Is this your office, Professor? Okay, we need to be able to pick locks for that.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello, Samantha Dale.
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you.
Ravenclaw.
You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Okay. Oh, that's kind of you to say. Well, it wasn't too challenging. No, it's very nice of you. Thank you.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Did we have homework? I didn't hear homework assigned. Is this an urn made to look like hands holding a ram's head? Okay. Oh, that's was Arthur?
My cousin.
Okay, that's that.
Join the goblins and the
Goblins,
uprising.
werewolves, where were you?
Oh,
In
hey,
the
there's
Goblin
Peeves.
Rebellion of 1752.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flat.
Ooh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the minister a boot or the minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't be Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. Perhaps mind what you're doing there.
It wasn't boot and it wasn't flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Okay. So that was Peeves. Personally, I'd just assume not run into him too much. What's going on in here? There's like
I'd be a niffler. Stop
purple
up, you
cloud,
goblins.
purple cloud, and a starry cloud.
Obviously, that's when everything
Revelio.
third. You could pick any point in history and say that's when everything changed. Because things are changing all the time. That's the point of history.
It's not as if history's something one can avoid, is it? But
Okay. Oh, hey, this is another one of those walls like we saw before. So, alright. Okay. Well, we have a 5 with a 0 and a 3. I'm guessing that means that the question mark is a 2. And then we have a 12. So 4, which means unicorn plus double question mark has to equal 8. So is it something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Or I guess probably not 10, so it's probably 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If it's left to right, or maybe let's try that out. So assuming that this is like the other one and just has symbols on it, we need a 2, so maybe that would be the, let me say, like chupacabra thing. Okay, let's try that. And then if the unicorn is 1, 5, so we need 7. We'd want the other to be faceless mask thing. Okay, let's see if that's what it is. Where
Revelio.
is... Excuse me, sir, if I can just kind of get by you here. We have faceless mask. We do have faceless mask. Okay, let's see. Does that work? Hey! Okay, so that's how these doors open. Oh, there's... Oh, these are... This is a thestral room. So we have like a thestral statue. Oh. Okay. The witch or wizard riding the thestral does not look to be in good shape. I have a... Looks like... Okay, the head being very skull-like made me think this was meant to be like a little skeleton or something, but no, there's definitely like flesh on the neck and stuff, so just a thestral statue running. Thestral statue rearing up.
Revelio.
Oh, we have a fedora now? Alright. Okay, and we collected some magical diagrams. Is there... Oh, these are all the different spells we can get. Okay, how do I open up my... Here we go. Okay, so we have our quest at the moment. We need to meet with Professor Weasley now that we've attended class. Professor Weasley wants to see me in her classroom, which is off the Transfiguration Courtyard, located between the library annex and the astronomy wing. Okay, I think that might be where we walked through. Hopefully she has word on replacing my lost supplies. That's right, we did end up losing all of our equipment on our way here. Okay, we also need to talk to Luke and Brattleby about the secret dueling club. Okay, so this is all of our quests. We can look at just main ones. Assignments, I guess that's for your special assignments from teachers. Relationships, we can build relationships and friendships with people. Side quests. And completed quests. Okay. I will be interested. So in the first class, we met Sebastian. In Dark Arts, we met Sebastian, who is Slytherin. We met Natty, who's Gryffindor. Then, blanking on her name, we spoke to her a little bit. Ms. Dale, who was Ravenclaw. And of course, we're a Hufflepuff, so we talked to some Hufflepuff students earlier. I wonder if those students would change, like if we had started in a different house, would those change so that we met students from all three? I mean, Sebastian and... I don't know. It will be one thing to look at. I'm not sure if we'll actually get to visit the other common rooms as we go through here, but maybe after we're done with this, we might play as some other characters just to see like the common rooms and areas that we don't get to see as a Hufflepuff, if there are areas that are house specific. Let's see what our equipment is. So we do have some new equipment we can do, and I do like that apparently the equipment has different stats, and we can change the stats, but we can also, like, we can equip equipment for its stats. Like this will increase our offense. And those are some nice fingerless gloves. Kind of like the looks of those better. But it looks like if we wanted to, we could just make them look like the regular black gloves while still keeping the stats of the that we had. So okay, so if we if we get some face wear and we don't want to make it visible, I'm guessing we can wear it to get its effect and be able to hide it. So I do want to kind of see how this fedora looks. Okay. Oh, increases our defense quite a bit. It looks nice, but I don't know that it really works with these robes. Let's make that look like the flat cap. I think that looks better with our robes. No magical property. We don't have any new robes. Outfit. We did have our cream pinstripe ensemble. Crimson motley garb. Okay, which increase our defense a bit. And we can't really see that under our robes anyway, so. Okay, we'll be able to get different wand handles and mounts and brooms, and even upgrade our brooms. That seems pretty cool. Oh, okay. Inventory. Okay, these are the letters we gathered, so we can always look at those more if we ever want to read letters again, I guess. Collections. What have we collected? So, okay, as we collect appearances, I guess there's all the different robes that we can look at. Okay, so these are just cosmetic things, so that's why we can't equip them. We can only use them for cosmetics. Okay. All the wand handles we've collected. Because we just have normal basket weave. I guess is the default. Conjurations. Oh, this is the magical diagram. Can we take a look at this? No. Decorations and gameplay stations conjured in the Room of Requirement. Conjuration spellcrafts can be found in collection chests and purchased in Hogsmeade. Some are also hidden near butterflies and in vivariums. Okay, so I guess maybe we'll be able to find the Room of Requirement and decorate it. Ingredients, brooms, beasts, Revelio pages. Okay. Oh, the field guide will even let me find information in Hogsmeade? Okay. Okay, these are all the ones we've found, and the Highlands, so I guess even when we're out and about we'll be able to find stuff, so. And then challenges. We get rewards for these, so we can get legendary gloves for completing 2 main story quests. Oh, so okay, when we, it says complete 4 main story quests, I guess, would it have been possible if we had completed 1 more to get that? Because this is 1 out of 4, and we've already done 2, so I would, this doesn't say 3 out of 4, I guess we spend them to get these. Okay, so we can work towards getting a cape, and getting some half-rim spectacles. Okay, that's where, right, we got Hogwarts spectacles there. Okay, no, this says 8, and then this says 4 out of 15, so I guess it's, you fill one of them up, and then it starts going to the next one. Okay, that'll be kind of interesting, get like an old-timey hat, but that would look good with our robes. And Hogwarts regalia gloves. Is there something we can do with our level? Doesn't seem like we can interact with it. Maybe that's when we unlock talents or something we can do more. Okay. Oh, here's an actual thestral skull, which doesn't look too different from just a thestral head.
Revelio.
Okay. So. Okay. That's kind of cool. I wonder, maybe we should go back to the Great Hall and try to find the, try to open the door that was there. Okay, here's a little room to the side. Okay, we need to be able to unlock locks there.
How rare a metamorph guy anyway?
We could use the Flu network to head back there quickly. Or we can try to wander our way around and possibly get lost. Oh, wow, you can see been a lot more wear and tear in the middle of the landing there. So we'll probably end up getting lost, which means we'll be able to find a lot more cool things to look at. Here's the, okay, there's the string quartet. What's this? Whoa! Okay. Was not expecting that. I think someone might have put this on display a little bit too early. It's not got all the life out of it yet.
Revelio.
Something in there. Aha.
Lumos.
Oh, a centaur picture. I think we know where that is. Because we saw all the tapestries upstairs. What? Why is there glowing green...
Please do be mindful where you walk, won't you? Only if you step on the wrong tile, there's a... Oh dear.
Oh dear or an odor? It looks... So it looks like it was... Looks like something coming up the stones there. But okay, we need to find...
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over Salad. We never backed down.
Okay, I wasn't even mentioning it. So, okay, where was Centaur? Was there a Centaur here? Okay, is that? Hey, it's one of those dragon basins up there. I guess I thought it was like a basin for water or something. Maybe it's like a brazier or something. Light stuff in it and make it bright. Okay, maybe this isn't the right place.
Revelio.
Do we have any more hidden tapestries anywhere that we've missed? Or just a little sitting nook. We'll sit kind of out of the way. Okay, there was the three-headed dog. Okay, I was... Okay, it's not going to be so easy as it seemed. Oh, sorry, pardon me. Okay, is there anything? I guess first let's check around in here. Is there maybe a tapestry in here? That guy looks very intense. Is that maybe like a boggart or something in there? We're gonna have to learn how to defeat boggarts to be able to get into those kinds of chests. Oh. Okay, this is the wizard with no face, I guess.
Revelio.
Lots of pictures on the walls, no tapestries. very complex clock. Like with the sun and phases of the moon and everything. Oh. What in the world is that? It's a winged goat thing. Not exactly the place I would be picking to choose to stop and snack, but I guess maybe if you're not bothered by how terrifying that looks, then it probably does keep other people away, so you can have just moments of peace and quiet. Okay, let's see. So,
I keep things clean as a whistle, but it's, oh, what's that vile stench? Oh, what is that portrait doing?
okay, perhaps if we walk through this. Okay, so it doesn't actually harm us in any way, at least I can see. It just looks rather unpleasant. West Tower. Okay, we have some centaurs. Oh, okay, this might be where we find some centaur tapestries. Okay, well, there we have a centaur with a bow, kind of traditional weapon of centaurs. Here we have one with a bow on his back, but also carrying a spear. And look at all the stars ahead, above.
What are you up to now?
Centaurs, I think, use divination to, or use the stars for divination. Is this the type of centaur that was in the picture?
Protego!
Oh no, not Protego.
Lumos.
Yeah, I got no moths here. Okay, centaur walking through the woods. That doesn't look like the centaur. Is this the trash can? I don't think no. If that's what this is, I don't think we've seen very many throughout Hogwarts.
The sorting hat took
Ah.
ages to sort out all the files.
Okay, there's.
Couldn't find a strong enough clue.
Okay, there's our thing. Let's look at the other statues first. So. Okay, this one they don't have a centaur in the tapestry. They just put the tapestry behind a statue of a centaur. That's kind of nice.
My siblings have gone on to work for the ministry.
Lumos.
Okay, I can take this back. Excuse me, this is my page. This is my page. Get your own magical guidebook. Okay.
Revelio.
There's stuff down there. What's down there?
If someone gets struck by a cursed room, we do hope it's you.
Okay, need a lock. Look through there.
Never forget what that Hufflepuff girl said in 14.
Okay, so we're back out in the courtyard. Transfiguration courtyard.
Revelio.
Okay. Oh, I think this is the Great Hall. We've been assigned points. Was the Great Hall where in the Harry Potter books they had like the hourglasses showing the points? I wonder if is that somewhere else, or maybe that hasn't been added to the school yet.
I'd love to have a house in one of the nearby houses. Imagine being able to stay in Hogwarts for a Saturday whenever you want.
Okay, so let's try this one. So 21. So it's 11 plus Chupacabra. So that's 13. Okay, so we need an 8. It's going to be Spider. Okay. And then for the bottom, we have Frowny Crab, which is 5. And Big Hydra, which is 9. So it's 14. So we need a 3, which is Little Hydra. Okay.
My aunt says I should get to Hogwarts.
Can I jump over, take a shortcut down? No. Oh, there we go. Oh. That was dangerous. Jumped right onto the stairs. Might have tripped and hurt myself. Okay, so the other one was a... oh, this is a tall room. Okay, we've got house standing banners. Got velvet school robes. Oh. We didn't go down this way. Potions classroom, okay. There's only one witch stirring potions, everyone else is just reading.
Wish I could sneak into the other common rooms. Just for an hour or so.
Okay, this is...
Revelio.
This is what potions looks like. Okay, that's the flu network thing. What's down here? Drawing on the wall. I'm very curious what these... Like, this looks like something we should be able to open, because it has a lock and everything. But it doesn't have a, like, this is locked until something, so I'm not sure if this will be something we can interact with or not. Oh, there's... Now, hold on. This is a rhinoceros. This is a rhinoceros with what appears to be a shiny carapace on its back. Is this a rhinoceros beetle? They have made a rhinoceros beetle with actual, like, out of an actual rhinoceros. That is just silly. And I kind of hope we get to see one at some point. Like, not just as a picture, but, you know, maybe there's one you know, rampaging out in the forest or something. Lots of stuff in jars. Like octopus tentacles? It seems odd. Okay, another one of those things. A star box. It seems a little bit odd. Like, I mean, I know that each professor wants to, you know, decorate the classroom to, you know, match their
Revelio.
You know, their particular field of study, but I feel like some of them are kind of going overboard on the decor a little bit. What is that ding? Oh, okay. Here it is. Professor Sharp's Auror Badge. Aurors comprise the Ministry's magical law enforcement and protect the wizarding world from all sorts of threats, particularly those posed by dark magic. This Auror Badge belongs to Professor Sharp. So I wonder I hope we didn't just. I hope we're not taking his badge. I mean, taking notes and money and things that people have just left and abandoned is one thing, but taking someone's badge from their desk seems just outright theft. Memorandum, date 31st of December 1875. Okay, so that helps us narrow down a little bit when this takes place. So, okay, we're late 19th century. Don't know how recent this is, but presumably this isn't too far away from where we are. Probably. Let's see. Subject: Borgin and Burkes. Borgin and Burkes has had an increased amount of activity outside of ordinary shop hours, particularly in the wee hours of the night, with suspicious deliveries being made to the shop's back entrance. Given what we know of the shop's reputation, we are adding more oars to join those that have already been watching the shop. You are amongst the new additions. Further instructions to follow. Okay, so I guess Professor Sharp is being added to help watch Borgin and Burkes, which also answers another question I had, because I was wondering, why does this... Okay, it's not actually transparent. Oh, it kind of looks a little transparent. What in the world is that?
Revelio.
But when we found his aura badge, I was wondering if that was something, you know, is it like he was an Auror and then retired from being an Auror and came to teach? But no, it sounds like from the letter that he might still be an active Auror and just like probably teaches most of the time, but then he might get called in when there's when they need more Aurors or something. So I wonder if does he get a substitute, or does he just cancel class, or if people do some self-study. I wanted to see if oh, it's loading. Okay. So can we like Leviosa these things?
Leviosa.
No, we cannot. Can we Accio them?
Accio.
Okay, so that's not helpful.
Revelio.
Oh wait, what's
Leviosa.
Oh. What? Okay, Levioso, I guess, opened up the ball that the guy was holding. We collected a field page, or field guide page. Not sure what it said. I guess we didn't bother to read it. We were just so excited that we found a page that, it's like, yeah, who cares what it actually says? We found it. Oh, I wonder, can we see these pages flying around? Can I Accio those?
Accio.
Aha, we can. There we go. It's kind of nice. What's out the other door? Oh, what's over here? Okay. Need another lock for that. Oh, little nice little greenhouse area here, so you can have the greenery, have the like light from outside, but you can sit out here even if it's like raining or something, and it's still covered area. Can I speak to you? No. Okay. You're a Ravenclaw. Just eating some jelly beans.
Revelio.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. This is an herbology area, or greenhouses. So So yeah, for herbology. So I wonder if this is... I don't recall seeing anything like this in the movies, and movies seem to be kind of what what they're basing a lot of this on. Or any depiction. So I wonder if this is... This must have been something that, like, okay, late 19th century, this is the greenhouses were all part of this large complex here. And then over time, either something happened to this and they needed to rebuild, or maybe they just decided, like, hey, instead of this, let's put the greenhouses a little bit further away, and maybe we need more room or something. But something happened, because I think by the time of the movies, the greenhouses are kind of a separate, like they're separate buildings, almost. Okay, that's locked. Go upstairs. Are these dirigible plums? Can we pick one?
Accio. Levioso.
Yeah, okay. Very resistant to magic, apparently. Cacti. Man, there's going to be a lot to come back and discover and rediscover once we get more spells. Oh, there's the stairs down. Okay, it's just back out there. This is very frightening looking. Looks kind of like a Venus flytrap, but there's a tongue inside. And the size of that looks like it could take an arm off. You the herbology professor, since you don't seem to be wearing student robes. I mean, I'm not wearing student robes either exactly, or at least not like the other students, but they're Pufflepuff robes, so it's okay. I will say this is a rather lovely greenhouse complex. What's this? A V.
Revelio.
Okay, well, the V doesn't reveal anything. Oh, there's something up there it looks like we missed. Okay, another one of those chests that we don't know how to deal with yet. Let's see if that blue thing, if that's something we can get at, or if that's behind one of the locked doors.
I wish there was something I could do to stand up to the headmaster. Likely best to
right
keep
there.
my head down till I finish up.
I do wish I had a bigger trunk.
Revelio.
Okay, so yeah, there's a lock there. Oh, is that just the lock that's on the door? No, there is something over here. Dear Professor Garlic, how very thoughtful of you, and to remember that strawberries are my favorite. They're as sweet as can be, it's no wonder muggles love them so much. Everything you cultivate seems to be of such high quality, from bitter root to berries. I do hope that my darling niece can learn this skill whilst under your tutelage. Lenora so adores you, as do all your students, I'm sure. Warmest regards always, Eleanor Everley. Okay, so Lenora Everley, I believe, is that's our fellow student who we helped out with the blank pictures. So, okay, her. I think wasn't that she said she didn't want to talk about it much, but didn't she say she was having some kind of issue with her aunt or something? Maybe that's part of it. Her aunt trying to push her too much to, like, I want you to study these, not what you want to study.
I don't send many owls to myself, but it is nice to get them. What?
Let's go.
Don't look at me like that.
Oh, somebody has a side quest up here. Then we'll try to go back towards the front to see.
I shall get in trouble for this.
Excuse me just a second. Then we'll try going back up to the was it the clock tower? So there's a bunch of stuff there we kind of just ran past. Cressida Bloom.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way.
Cressida, sorry.
And I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian.
Oh
You
dear.
see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day.
Oh yeah, I hear you
But I
there.
must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, it literally took flight.
Seems a lot of work just to carry books, or that's amazing. Well, I will never fault someone for vastly overcomplicating a simple task, so that is truly amazing.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Okay. Why did Amit tell on you?
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit
Somehow that
spends a lot
works.
of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
Okay. Well, yeah, if I have an opportunity, I'll certainly help.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
Okay. If one of the books is your diary and wanting it to be private and everything, that seems like you're kind of putting a lot of trust in a new student you've never met before.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Accio!
Okay.
Got it.
There we go.
Only 4 more to go.
Cressida's book. Another Cressida's book. Okay, where are they? Okay, that was somebody walking. Maybe upstairs. Hopefully not in the restricted. Up. There we go.
This must be Cressida's diary.
Oh.
I'd want this back too if I were her.
Okay, but apparently we're going to read it, I guess. Today was a good day. That is, until Gareth splashed whatever ridiculous concoction he was creating all over my perfectly stewed lacewing flies. Had to empty my entire cauldron and start all over again. He is such a menace, thinks he knows everything there is to know about potions, always disrupting Professor Sharp's class with his experiments. I'm utterly convinced that if he wasn't Professor Weasley's nephew, he would have been expelled by now. Our broeth smokies again tonight for dinner. I'm becoming more partial to them now, although I still prefer meat pie. Yeah, I wouldn't want anybody reading what I had for dinner or what my meal preferences were.
Accio!
Oh. Okay. Then there. Bookshelf was in the way. There we go.
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
Why am I hearing a fluttering? Is it making a sound as if the, Are you still hearing the moth there? Oh, excuse me. Did not mean to shove you there. Sorry, I just get all turned about on a spiral staircase. Hey, here's your books.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Okay. Here you go. Or perhaps a reward to keep the diary a secret. Yeah, wouldn't want anyone to know that you prefer meat pies to whatever that was that you were talking about. No, we won't get into extortion here. Just here you go.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin.
Oh, that would probably be helpful.
Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
Yeah, at least not until you write it to be a bit more interesting, I guess.
I'm not going to lose any more sleep over that.
So, okay, let's head this way. I'm still curious what that is in the back there. But I don't think we've learned anything that would necessarily open that up, so... Okay. So, let's see. There's a door here. Okay, we can't get through that door. Can we get through this door? No. Okay, maybe there wasn't as much here as I thought.
Wish I'd brought the pet out.
Okay, that's... Okay, that's our way out. Let me see... Here. Oh, this is new.
Lumos.
Okay, what's up here? Oh, another one of these. Oh. Okay, we have frogs.
Revelio.
Frog Choir. Here perch the slimy yet symphonic frogs that comprise the Hogwarts Frog Choir. These magical amphibians can sing in 6-part harmony and hold a pitch better than most humans. Okay, so can we get them to sing something for us? Okay. I find it interesting. I know that I have a frog choir here, which I think is a reference to the movie when there's a choir of students singing, they also have frogs with them. But I also can't help but think in The Legend of Zelda, in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, both of those had frog choirs as well. We actually met them and conducted them, I think, in Ocarina of Time, and I think they were just mentioned in Majora's Mask. When we met the frogs, I don't know that they were actually sang, but makes me wonder is there a legend or something about singing frogs, or is that like a mythical thing or something that let's see multiple games referencing it. Has very nicely decorated standing base. So this is music class. Certainly seems like that's what's going on here. Interesting to see, it'd be so high up in the tower here. Oh. Okay, this is the... Okay, when we walk out of the tower, this is that same stairwell. Seems like that'd be a little bit easier, I guess, than the very narrow stairs to get up here the other way. Nope, need to be able to deal with locks to get there. Okay. Looking at these stairs, I think up here is more storage and maybe maintenance access, not really where a bunch of students are usually meant to be. Anyway, this looks like something we can interact with. Can we Levioso this?
Levioso.
Okay. Can I... Whoa. Oh, it goes here, I think. How do we get it up there? Can we...
Accio.
Okay, if I...
One up, one to go.
Oh, okay, is there another one missing? Okay, there is another one missing. Okay, it seems odd that, like, the little one was the second deepest there. Okay, that's more what I'd expect. Oh, wait, are there more bells down there? Oh, there's a big bell. I want to ring the big. I want to ring the big bell. Okay, it's a very silent bell. Okay, maybe it's only these bells that we can actually. It's the owl bells that we can actually ring. Okay, let's see. Is there another one of those up here? I'm assuming it should be somewhere around here. The other one that we're expected to find. Ooh. This is a big chest. All right, it contains a coat. Oh, Disney's Meet the Robinsons also had singing frogs. I wonder if it had. I wonder if it just has something to do with, like, if you're ever in the woods or anywhere, like especially near water. I think especially around like dawn and dusk, frogs are one of the things you really hear. So I wonder if it maybe has to do with like frogs being very audible and people associating that with singing, and then people starting to turn that into legends of the song of the frogs, not just making croaking noises, but actually being part of a choir or something. Enter what? Whoa. Were we over there and we just got swallowed by a frog and spat out on the over here instead? Okay, got a column. It looks like that's the only way to get over here, decorated stands, because this doesn't have a door off it. I don't really fancy jumping from this height, so I guess we'll go through the frog again. Okay. I think I prefer a flu powder, all things considered. I guess we're not really entering a frog, but it's still just seems odd. Okay, so is there another bell somewhere here? Can we use the frogs instead?
Accio.
No. Let's see what's in here. Maybe it's out here in this stairwell. This guy's waiting to play the cymbals. I'm guessing there's a reason that you weren't hung up in the library. Oh, and just knocked over some more books. Thought that was like something taking flight. Okay. Okay, that's like a owl cage or something. Hey, you're wearing like Quidditch robes. We were told there is no Quidditch this year. I guess maybe because there's no Quidditch, the Quidditch players are like, well, might as well just wear my clothes around or Quidditch robes around the castle. Well, this is like a 3D picture almost, or something.
Revelio.
Something over there. Oh, there's a statue holding something. There was this. Where was this?
Lumos.
Okay, that's right. That's the. We're looking for the Sphinx.
First year trying to get into the Gryffindor common. I swear.
Okay, that was the way back to the bell tower.
Revelio. One up, one to go.
Yeah, we already got one. The bell's there.
I enjoy my weekly visits to Dogweed. I find I'm more comfortable around them.
Okay, let's try going down, see what's at the bottom of the stairwell. Okay, we have a... What's this? K. K is for kids being led on a very narrow wall. Okay. Dragon urn. H. Okay, H is for horse armor. Put on display. Oh.
Revelio.
Aha, I figured there'd be something here for Sleeping Dragon. Sleeping Dragon statue. Oh, here we go. The Hogwarts motto, Draco dormens nunquam titilandus, means never tickle a sleeping dragon. Fortunately, this particular sleeping dragon is made of stone and will never awaken. It may be tickled to absolutely no effect. I will be the judge of that.
Levioso. Accio.
Okay, yep. No effect at all. This kind of looks like the sort of area we might find the Sphinx. Is there a drawbridge inside? What in the world is the purpose of this little drawbridge inside down here? Like the whole purpose of a moat is, you know, you have a barrier between, well, you have a castle or a stronghold, and you have the gate and the gatehouse that are you know, to let people in and out, and you're supposed to have gates in there, and those are pretty strong, but then people can bring battering rams against the gate, so you build a moat and have a drawbridge, so when you bring it up, like, there's a gap that people can't really bring the battering ram across the gap. But we're in the basement of a castle, with the gap only being, what, 4 feet? Like, who's bringing a battering ram down here? And if they did, how is that going to stop them? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Is it? Was that a? Hey, that frog looks kind of like the frog statues we saw before. I bet if we can get in there, it might eat us and take us somewhere else. Maybe it'll take us there, 'cause this door looks like we can't get through or unlock it or anything.
Revelio.
Oh, and there's a lot of stuff in there. Okay, yeah, we definitely want to get in there. And oh, there's frog statues all over the place, it looks like, based on the shapes. Okay. There's something up here. Yep, there's a chest. A tanned cloak. Okay. There's a mermaid. It seems odd. That's like the only decoration here. Everything else looks like it's rather not even cared for, much less decorated.
Revelio.
Of course, we're getting like farther and farther away from wherever it is we were trying to get to, but what's this? Okay, there's some of the statues up there. There's one of those. And blue light coming down. You know, the way the stone is here, I almost, like the wet spot here, it almost feels like we're underwater somewhat. That seems odd, because I don't think we've traveled far enough to be under the lake. Oh, wait, is there a... On our mini-map it says there's a flu network thing, but maybe that's not in this room. Maybe that's, like, upstairs or something. Or maybe it is here and we just can't access it until later in the game or something. Okay. So these are the dungeons. Pretty deep down. We're going all the way up here, and I think this was kind of a lower floor as well, so... Okay, maybe we should actually try to find our way back to Professor Weasley.
Revelio.
This looks like there's a doorway there. Aha! So K is for keep out unless you find the secret door. Okay.
Lumos.
Okay, that's rather horrifying. The unexpected werewolf. House emblem scarf, okay. So here we have an old-timey couple with a baby. Okay, it seems like it's the same people. So, is this a story? Which way does it go? I'm gonna guess it goes this way. So we have Mr. and Mrs. couple with a baby. And here's the baby and Mr. and Mrs. couple and someone else helping weave cloth. Or maybe this is a gift from this lady to them. And then there they are with their baby, and there's a werewolf that these guys are saying no werewolves allowed. And then now they're riding horses. Looks like they're going on a hunt with the dogs and spears and going after a white stag. Okay, hunting a white stag, very traditional animal to hunt. And let's see, they're still here. Where's the baby? I guess you wouldn't take a baby on a hunt, so. And then they got to here and found the letter K with the baby has grown into a girl, I guess. So, oh, maybe this will help tell us more of the story. Whoa. Okay. Werewolf Saga Tapestries. This set of tapestries tells the tragic tale of a witch bitten by a werewolf. She chose to flee from her home to protect her infant daughter and husband. Rumor has it that her daughter fell asleep to the howl of a wolf for years thereafter. Oh. Okay, so that's... There's something... And... Oh, there's another tapestry here. Oh. A werewolf. Okay, so I guess... Maybe it goes up to here, and then she was bitten by a werewolf and left? Okay, so they were on a hunt and encountered a werewolf. Maybe she was bitten by the werewolf back then, but didn't start seeing the effects until later. Although the child looks considerably older, that would be a long time not to see the effects. But these are all blue. What does that mean?
Revelio.
Can we interact with them in some way?
Levioso. Accio. Lumos.
Oh, okay, Lumos changed it. Okay, so Lumos... I think Lumos changed it?
Revelio. Lumos.
Okay, but Lumos didn't seem to change any of these other ones. Maybe that's the only one that changes because it's the end of the story? Or did something else change? Did doing that change it?
Levioso.
Okay.
Accio. Lumos.
Oh, I think this did change because before wasn't she riding with them or something? And now she's gone? Or she's on foot? Oh, yeah, she's not on horseback there. She's oh, she's the one fleeing now. And that's where the white stag was, so maybe she feels she's being hunted. Although if she was fleeing for the safety of her husband and her daughter, her husband might have been chasing after her to try to bring her back.
Lumos.
Or maybe this is how she... Maybe this is because after she was a werewolf, maybe they didn't realize she was a werewolf, so showing how, like, oh, she's the one they've been hunting. Oh, okay, now here we go. Okay, restart the story. So, okay. So we made it there, but then she was bitten, and so she had to leave them behind. Yeah, she was bitten, and I guess they realized, oh, we can't do anything here. So she ran off, and they were in pursuit, but she evaded them, and now lives in the K for castle misspelled, all alone. So if I go, is this a door? Can we go through and find like another werewolf room? No.
Revelio.
Thought since the other K was a door, maybe this one would be too. So, okay, well, there's something weird with the perspective here. So, okay. That is kind of a tragic story. Regardless of what the actual details are. So I kind of wonder if that has some effect on this one change if we Lumos? No. So maybe this is more like a kind of what could have been if she hadn't been bitten or something. I wonder if that has some effect on old storytelling. When you have the story in tapestries like that, we can see enough of what's happening to kind of get the gist of the story, especially after it started and someone says like, hey, here's an overview. Then we can see the, oh, okay, yes, this happened here and here and here. There's also enough leeway that different people telling the story could have some very different details there. Kind of that sidetracked us a bit longer than I had anticipated, but I think that was well worth a visit to see that. And, see the room there. And oh, this was the like history room. Is that Professor Binns or whoever it was from, who's still a ghost teacher at the time of the Harry Potter books, or is this a different ghost teacher? I guess I had always assumed that, like, 'cause this is a ghost teacher who's been here for a while. I'd always assumed that that professor was like was more recently deceased, but I guess there's no particular reason he couldn't be a ghost from the like Middle Ages or whenever.
One up,
So,
one to go.
why do I keep saying that? Is there a bell here?
It's all about demeanor, really, isn't it?
Revelio.
Having a commanding stance.
Okay, now we're still looking for that, but okay, it's starting to get towards time, so I should probably. This seems like a good place to stop, even if we didn't quite make it back to the professor. Well, it looks like she might be right there, so let's. Something's right there. Quest. Okay, that's to begin a quest. We will not begin that just now because I think it's time for us to have a good night. So next week I should be streaming on Monday. I will actually not be available next Friday. So I think next Hogwarts stream will probably be in 2 weeks. I'm not quite sure about my plans for 2 weekends from now, but we'll see, and I should know by that Monday. I think I'm here for the foreseeable futures on Mondays at least. So yeah, we'll have Zelda, and then we'll take a week off at least, and I'll let you know the following Monday if we're having Hogwarts then, or if it'll be a week after that. So with that, thank you for joining. Have a good week, and see y'all next time. Bye.